Hey, 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 this is your recap auntie. Hey, y'all. Hey, this is Shar. Welcome to my channel, babies. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, everybody. Hello, and welcome to my world. Yes, we are here to do a full recap of episode number 16, season 2 of Beyond Engaged. Yes, baby. We are a part of the last men and women standing. There's a lot of people who are not interviewing, reviewing, or recapping this show. They're falling off, y'all. They're falling off. Heard one of the young men today saying that he's not getting the views. He's just going to step back. He might put all his stuff behind a paywall. I never thought about that. If I give stuff, y'all already know the secret stuff that I give. But I understand it. Doing this show is a lot of work. It's not like a once a week show that you could just do once a week and do it. This shit is every fucking day. So it's tough. And you got a job, you got other hustles that you got to do. It has to be a passion and you have to really enjoy the show. So we are a few of the last men and women standing, recapping and reviewing this show. I love the show. I'm gonna be here until I can't no more, but I will be adding other shows to my repertoire just in case, because I'm really hoping that this show lasts another season, especially with everything that we're currently going through. You know, excuse me if I burp. I just finished eating lunch. But anyway, hopefully y'all are doing great. I had a great time on the live yesterday. Sorry I didn't give no warnings, but y'all know me. Most times I don't tell y'all asses when I'm coming on live. I just pop the fuck up. I just do that. And I had a good time. We had a good time, y'all. We had a great time as always. So the next time I will be on live will be around the year anniversary of us reviewing this show, because it started around February the 22nd, 20 between the 22nd and the 25th. I can't remember. And that's when I'm going to do the live, and I'm going to do it on StreamYard so that I can bring y'all on the camera and see you guys. It's like, can hear your voices. And oh my God, I'm just so excited. So I'm going to do that. I don't know which Sunday it is, but we'll figure it out once February gets here. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and recap today. Today's Monday. Hopefully you guys have made it safely through the ice storm. It's finally melting here in my city, Charlotte. My damn driveway was icy, but now it's clear. Thank God. Thank the heaven above, baby, that the sun has come out tomorrow. Yes, it's clear. I'm gonna have to go out there and try to start my car, because our cars be you know, with that kid there, they be acting like they don't want to turn. So I'm gonna make sure I check that this morning. I mean, well, whenever I do that before it gets dark. And yeah, I'm gonna make sure she good. I think that's it. Let's go ahead and we did all the church announcements. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, we good. All right. So thank y'all again for such a wonderful time. Y'all know we have a great time. We be talking adult shit. We be talking about these damn characters, our theories. If you ever have a little chance, go back and listen to the live. And thank y'all also. My channel has gotten 250,000 views as of yesterday. I'm like, damn, it was at last short with damn Haley with that damn dress that put me up there, and I'm like, okay, thank you for the 250,000 views. Let's keep rolling. Let's keep sharing. I never asked y'all to do this, maybe once a week, but please like, comment, share, subscribe, and hype. All right, throw them thumbs up in the air and swipe to the left, baby, and hype me up so people can see, because everybody's falling off this recap train, this BT2 train. I'm not. I'm still here. So the less that's out there, the less competition there is. All right, share Auntie. Okay. All right, I've been talking for almost 4 minutes and like over 4 miles now. So let's go ahead and get this party started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we open up at Uptowns and we see Kat dressed in her leopard and black cute suit. So she's on the phone with Tomas. She says, I just got in. So how about we have a celebratory drink? How about a lemon drop sound? Yes, honey, I love me a good lemon drop. He says, delicious. But unfortunately, our meeting will have to wait. She says, oh, your meeting's running long, boo. Worse, it hasn't even started, he said. She's like, wait the fuck a minute. You are a junior partner now. I mean, you just can't be having your ass just waiting around like your time ain't important. Let me remind you of the junior and junior apartment. Junior partner? What do I mean apartment? I swear I ain't been sipping nothing. Why did I say apartment, girl? It's partner, partner. This guy is really important to the firm, and Bill wants me to get some FaceTime with them both. So my hands are tied. I get it, Kat says. We'll still celebrate your promotion today, though, right? Yeah, he will, because we already saw in the preview. They're gonna be there celebrating, and we're gonna see Kat's mammy show up. So he'll get there. He will get there. Of course, he says. I'm headed to you the second I'm able to break free. So she's talking to him. She looks toward the back door, and Tad comes in. So she's like, "Oh, my dad's here. I should probably speak to him and apologize too." I will admit that I could have, apologized to his ass about I could ignore him. What the fuck she say? I admit I could have told him how annoyed I was about him telling Eva my business without completely crashing out. That's the woman I love, he says. Hurry up so I can see your sissy ass. I'll be there soon. Okay, bye. Bye. So she looks back, honey, and she has a very surprised look on her face. Who you see? So she sees Tad there at Uptown giving Shanice a big squeeze, honey. She looking like, ooh. Girl, stop tripping. Stop tripping, Kat, because you was okay with Carlton and Nikki. Please. So we're back at the palace, and so we're rewinding what we saw a little bit on Friday. Sharon is saying, I serenaded her with my beautiful voice. Oh, a private, articulate concert, Vernon says. If I could have been a fly on the wall. It was sweet. I drifted off to sleep before I even. Before I. Sweetheart! Anita, baby, can you hear me? Baby, girl. He looks at Sharon and says, I don't think she's breathing. Then we bop, 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 bop. I mean, she ain't breathing. Why we gonna bop on that? So we go into the dining area. We're at the country club, back at the country club. And Tomas sees Nicole. Nicole, it's so good to see you, he says to Nicole. Oh, Tomas, I hear congratulations are in order, Nicole says. Oh, I forgot how fast news travels around here, he says. Oh, that would be a symptom of my daughter's pride. Are you two catching up for a bite? She says. He says, no, we're going to get together later, he says. First task of the new gig, schmooze up with Bill and some bigwig client. What about Bill? This is Danny coming up, honey. Nicole tells Danny, well, she looks so cute in her. I love that wine color dress. Tomas says they're having a meeting here. Do you want to go somewhere else, sissy? Capitol Grill, she says. Danny was like, bitch, absolutely not. Bill is not running my ass out of my own family's club, and we've been getting along surprisingly well lately. Her whole eyes go back to them tonguing down his office that Tomas saw. Did she not see that Tomas saw them? Tomas should be like, I know, I saw it all. And Tomas was leaning on the wall looking at that shit. Did y'all see that? I might have, yeah, he was leaning, baby. He wasn't just standing there. He was like, nigga, I see you. Tomas just made Junior partner, Nicole tells Danny. You don't say. Danny says, oh God, congratulations, Tomas. You've been grinding away at Bill's firm for a long time. It's about time that lug gave you your just due. No comment, he says. Oh, well, there you go. I can see why you're moving on up. If there's one thing Bill Hamilton appreciates, is someone who knows how to keep their lips sealed. You didn't have to wait for me. How long have your ship been over? This is Naomi with that old messed up wig she got on. I don't like this wig on her. They need to put her back in the more blowout straight hair. I don't like this. So we are back at the hospital, and this is what she tells Ashley, because Ashley was sitting there waiting for her friend girl. And so Ashley's like, girl, don't worry about that. She said, I wasn't about to leave until I found out how your meeting went. This is what Ashley says. And so Naomi was like, Dr. An, what's right? We're gonna see what they're talking about, y'all. If they ain't talking about much, unless Naomi tells me or us that she finna tell Jacob, I really I don't want to hear nothing. And you said that Naomi's wig was messed up. Is it because how it's looking, or did her wig line move or something like that? What was it sent that if you said it was messed up, it's because it looks very ratty. I don't like this look. I don't know if this is their look of her being worried, still put together from the neck down with her outfit, but her hair is just like whatever. So what do you mean, sissy? So she said the genetics counselor was very tough and probably too thorough in her opinion. Ashley was like, "Girl, I should have went with you, honey. Or I could have taken some notes or recorded the shit, from a medical standpoint." So whoever the guy is, he's gonna make sure that he sends her all the references that she needs and create this personalized risk management program and surveillance plan for her to make sure that she stays on top of her health. So she says it's a lot, I know, Ashley says, but a personalized care plan is the most best thing that's gonna help you through this situation. And then we have this man over the PA says Nurse Hugo to ICU. I still want to know these random names that pops up over the PA. Beyond the Gates writers, why do y'all pick certain lines to drop these PAs over the damn speakers? I want to know. So Ashley was looking a little serious, and so Naomi was like, "What?" She says, "Well, did the counselor tell you how important emotional support was, honey? Or is it wise that you keep this secret from your hubby? Is that wise too, girl?" "Honey, we back at the palace. Vernon was finna call the damn hospital. So, Anita, Vernon, she's coming too," Sharon said. "Oh, what happened? Sweetheart, you passed out. I'm calling the ambulance." "Oh, no, no, no." "Anita, you were out cold," Sharon says. "I said no, damn it. Don't call them." "What are you talking about, woman? I wasn't even sure that you were breathing." "Well, damn it, I'm breathing now, aren't I?" Well, her wig is all over the place, baby. "But how do you feel, Vernon said? I mean, if you're just a little slightly unsteady. Look, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine. It's probably just some dizzy spell. It came and it went. Really. Put the phone away, Vernon." The damn Naomi gets on my fucking nerves so bad. We talked about family and the importance of genetic support. I mean, of emotional support, but that doctor is a counselor. That's his specialty is genetics, not my husband. I don't understand what the fuck she meant. She's pretty much saying he knows. Jacob don't know. Jacob, I don't even know. I don't want Jacob to cheat on her. I really don't. I really don't want him to do that. He needs to go ahead and fight in this damn police shakedown because she's a whole lot. I told him, like I told you, it was just not the right time to pile all of this shit up on Jacob because of his undercover gig. That's what Ashley says. Exactly. Jacob been under stress in the field. Girl, it will just jeopardize his life. Don't you get that, girl? It's just what happened to your secret is safe with me, Naomi says to Ashley. She says it is, but this still feels wrong. You have to know that Jacob is not going to be happy about being excluded. I'm okay, y'all. Think I'm a little sleepy. This whole snowstorm got me a little, he ain't gonna like that shit. Especially if he can possibly go ahead and reject that work assignment. Like now would be the best time. Now would be the best time for her to tell his ass before he gets too involved. You know what I'm saying? I mean, maybe that's what it is. These words ain't coming out right because I cannot believe that she's gonna go through this shit and not at least tell her husband. I can understand not telling your mammy and not telling your damn, everybody else in the family, but your husband. Nah, I don't like that. Maybe that's why my tongue ain't matching my what I'm seeing on the screen because I really cannot believe that she's gonna hold this from him like that. She talking about this ain't no normal work assignment for his ass. His career has taken a lot of hits, and this shit ain't no normal work assignment for him. And regardless of how I feel about it, I can never ask him to walk away from an opportunity that could change everything. I'm just so upset. I'm just so disappointed. I've never been like a fan of Naomi's anyway, so I just think that no. Have I ever talked about her like that? Nope, not really. Mm. So she's like, "Girl, I need your word on this, honey. It's not like I have real cancer, like full blown cancer. I need more time to think about my options," she says. And Ashley's like, "Don't you want his input as you sort them out, girl? You don't want his input?" And she says, "No, I don't. Well, why the fuck be married? Why the fuck be married? If you something as important as that, again, that's her choice, her body. Okay, I get that. But when it comes to something like this, it's for better or for worse, in sickness and in health. Why won't you tell him? Ah, we're back at Uptown. Let's have some fun, baby. We see Shanice and Ted talking while Kat is sipping her drink, listening, as always, honey. And that was the day the whole floor learned, honey, that I was not the one, the two, or the three. What are you talking about, Shanice? You talking to Ted? So his phone ting tings and he looks up the phone, and so we could see Kat acting like she don't see them at when she's sitting at the bar. Shanice was like, is everything okay? Is at the hospital? He was like, well, not really. It's Eva talking about the new liposuction systems were being dropped off right now. So, and she sent another text and says that she will do her best not to interrupt their asses again. Shanice was like, oh, she knows about us? Talked all this bullshit. Eva and I decided that we would keep things open about our relationship. So when it comes to my schedule and my life, she's in the loop. Why not Kat? Anyway, maybe because she works for him, with him. She works for him and with him, so she needs to know about his calendar. I get that. But so does her mammy know. When Eva knows, then her mammy knows, and hopefully Shanice, please tell him about Leslie, the conversation you had with her. Please, Shanice, do that for me. Okay, girl? So Shanice was like, did she know about last night? Well, if you're asking if she knows of how the night ended, of course not. Where's this coming from? She says, well, honey, I'm just trying to sit here and put the pieces together of how her mammy found the fuck out. Oh, don't tell me. He says, she showed her ass up right at the hospital, honey, and had the nerve to tell me to back off what's hers. Dana is delusional, he says. It doesn't matter how many times we talk about this shit. She also said that you two did a little more than just talk not too long ago. There was a night last fall, he says. He was still smarting over Nicole filing for divorce. I was a wreck. I drank too much. Dana came over. Never mind. I can imagine the rest, honey. Plus, I already overheard about all of this, Shanice says. He was like, you always listening, huh? She said, I sure am. And I'm not going to stop now. Ted, you don't owe me an explanation, darling. You and Leslie slash Dana have a complicated history. She says, I get it. He said, we do. So he just happens to look over his shoulder and he see Kat looking. Like, damn, y'all can't go nowhere in this town. So he looks at her, and as much as I would like to really like to finish this conversation with you, Kat is here. Yeah. Shanice was like, yeah, and she's watching. I noticed that too. So he was like, can we pick this up later? She was like, sure, we can pick this up later, but should I be worried? And Kat comes right over there, honey. Hey, Dad, what's new? So we're back at the country club. So Danny is sipping her drink and looking at Nicole real side eye like, right? Nicole says, take a picture. It wouldn't last longer. Danny was like, bitch, there is something different about you, and I just can't put my finger on it. New blush? No. Oh, sauna then. You just had an infrared session? I need to do that infrared, y'all. I think I asked y'all about that a few weeks ago. Did anybody ask? I don't think. Has anybody tried the infrared session at the spa? I'm thinking about treating myself to that around my birthday. My birthday is in a few months, so thinking about doing that. Let me know. No again. And stop staring, Danny. Girl, you looking all just you're different. I mean. You're starting to make me feel subconscious, Nicole said. Please, you look gorgeous, Danny says. Your skin is glowing. Sissy, did you go on a date? Did you get some, girl? Oh my God. I want all the dirty details, girl. Was it Carlton or was it that hunk in a white coat who brought your ass to Winterfest? This killjoy comes over to the table. Bill, good afternoon, ladies. You're looking great as usual. Nicole is like, get the fuck away from us. We're having sissy talk here. Huh? Danny says, sorry, Bill. We don't have time for chit chat. We are in the middle of extremely important family business and you're not included. Danny reminds me of that song, hey, you got me hanging on the string now. That's what she remind me. She remind me that whole little scene like she got Bill on a string and he looking like, We're back at the palace in the disheveled wig. Vernon, I meant it. I'm fine. She's fine, Vernon. She's fine. Sweetheart, I love you. And you most certainly are not fine. Now we need to get your ass checked out, Vernon says. Look, if an ambulance comes through those gates, lights blazing and sirens blaring, it'll be all over the news. And probably some damn social media feed. Yes, it would. It's definitely be on mine. Not to mention, Leslie has probably promised her damn construction crew some kind of bonus if they should happen to see or record anything juicy, which I know that bitch will use for God knows what. So we're just to ignore your passing out, love? Baby, they warned us that this could happen once the chemo started. And to inform them if you fainted, which I will do at my next chemo appointment. Anita Vernon. It's probably nothing but dehydration, which is, look, see, what Sharon is bringing me, this is just what I need. And Sharon's bringing in a beautiful, clear pitcher of water. Thank you, Sharon. I thought you made sure that you had water last night and again this morning. Now, Vernon, you fussing too damn much now, Vernon. I did. But maybe it wasn't enough, baby. And now I know my meter. Was I supposed to give you water, girl, while you had your treatment? Sharon said. Not at all. This is just a fluke. We should at least contact Dr. An. Your ass can contact who you want to, but my ass ain't going back to no damn hospital. I can't believe that your ass is being this stubborn for something this serious. Vernon, I have lived in this body a long damn time, and I know when it's an emergency. And this is not that shit. Vernon walked right past her ass and picked up the phone. Yeah, this is Vernon Dupree. I need to talk to Dr. An immediately. Vernon said, this ain't no damn yes, dear moment, baby. Not at all. So I've been studying the case, and giving all of the attention with the collaborated with the Brooks, Peters, and Science, blah, blah, blah. We are back at the country club, and that is whatever shit Tomas is telling Bill. I'm very ready to show the total client all of the talking points. I'm very serious. All right, okay, Bill says. I guess he did take Danny's advice and walk back away, baby. Yeah. Now do your damn best to make it sound like that you're not trying to one up him, all right? Now just indulge John, okay? Do a bunch of nodding and laughing when he tells you about his latest hunting trip in Mozambique, and we'll be just fine. So Bill is just smiling. I can do that. So Tomas leans in and tells Bill, I never out you. But you do got to know that you are playing with fire. Is Danny really worth the risk? Bill looking at him like, you mother, what you doing telling me? Don't fuck it up, Tomas. You just got the promotion less than an hour or so ago. It was refreshing. This is Nicole. We're at the other side of the country club. Carlton is romantic and considerate. We ran into Tad and Shanice. They were on a date. And Carlton handled it like a true gentleman. Whoa, 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 Danny says. I would have thought better of Shanice, girl. She works with you. That is a clear violation of girl code. I think I asked y'all about that, didn't I? I asked y'all about that, a couple weeks ago? About the girl code. Like I said, you don't date who you work with and your neighbor too. I don't know, honey. Or ex friends or whatever. Child. Not me. Not I, said the cat. No. Not even close. Shanice and I don't have any issues, girl. And she even tried to give me a heads up. So I wasn't blindsided. So she's a considerate backstabber. Stop. She's an associate. And Ted is free to date whomever he chooses. Peering over your wine glass, honey, and seeing your ex-husband on a date had to be annoying, girl. It eventually became a little distracting. So we went somewhere else. My place. Oh! Oh, I knew it. I knew it, girl. You had sassy time. Danny, quiet. Do you want the whole clump to know? How was it, girl? How was he? How are you? She just started grinning big and damn, girl, that fucking good. Better, Nicole says. I'm actually worried it was too good. Sissy, there is no such thing as being too good, girl. I can give you tips on how to manage too good. Honey, you do remember Shanice. We're back at Uptown and Kat comes and sits down. Yeah, while Ted pulls out the chair, and so Shanice is complimenting Kat and says, "Oh, hey, Kat, I love those shoes, girl. Oh, thanks. Good eye. And those earrings are gorge," she tells this to Shanice. Shanice is like, my grandmother left me these. Oh, I love a vintage find, Kat says. So Ted asks her as he adjusts his chair to sit on the other side of the table. He asks her, is she there alone? And she says, for now. Tomas is meeting with me. He's still working right now. And then Shanice's like, "Oh, why don't you eat with us? We haven't even ordered anything yet." "Oh, I wouldn't want to intrude on your date." She's looking at Ted, and Ted's phone starts to vibrate. So he's hesitant about leaving, and so Kat tells him, "Go ahead, take your call. We'll be fine." Because he know how Kat can be. She got the big old, power driver. She gonna drill until she get what she wants. So as soon as he left, the first thing she does is grab her wine and says, "Oh, how long has this been going on?" She asked Shanice. So we're back at the hospital with Naomi and Ashley. That's so true. Ashley has stepped away and she said, "Girl, sorry about that. They see you in scrubs, honey, and people gonna take you away, ask you a million questions." She said, "Whether you're on the clock or off." So Naomi was like, "Girl, it's okay." It gave me some time to look at over some of these referrals. That's all I'm gonna do about this. Unless she says she's gonna tell Jacob. I don't feel like going through the back and forth about why she's not gonna tell him right now and all the other stuff. I'm just so disappointed. We'll see what they're talking about, honey. Okay, good. So Naomi was trying to leave, and Ashley was like, "Naomi, look, girl, I need for you to tell me what the fuck is really going on." "What do you mean? You know the whole picture?" "No, that's what you're telling me. That's what you're telling me, girl, right now. But that ain't the whole damn picture," Ashley said. "Girl, come on, girl. You were pissed when you found out that Jacob was keeping Derek's secret. Now you want to withhold something this serious?" "Thank you, Ashley. Thank you." She was pissed. She cussed out Derek till he was like a D left. It was a D. His whole name wasn't left. It was a D, no EREK. It was just a D left when she was finished with his ass. "Did you miss the part that I'm not trying to put my husband's life on?" Like, bitch, this ain't about Jacob's job when you know that shit. That's what Ashley said. So she feels like he won't be able to handle it. She says, "I know he couldn't. We're still trying to walk off of these damn eggshells of the non existent baby." Ashley was like, "I thought that he had backed off of that shit." She says, "For now," Naomi says, "and I'm sure he's probably hoping that one day she would magically wake the fuck up and say she wants a baby." So she finally spilled. She said the joy that was on his face when he found out he was going to be a father, and now she got this gene that might make things more complicated. Yeah, it's tough. She says, "When has your husband shown you anything other than support?" See, that's the thing, Naomi says. It ain't about his ass. I said that earlier. She says, "It's about me, my body, what I'm willing to risk or not risk for my future." I said that earlier, didn't I? And he's just not going to understand that, girl. He isn't, Naomi says. Because whatever she decides that she wants to do about this variant or whatever it is, and if he thinks that it's not going to be good for her, whether she decides to, if she gets a mastectomy, whatever, or take her uterus out, he ain't gonna like it. I think that's what it is. I think that's what it is. What do you guys think? Especially if she feels like if she can remove parts of her, and whether it's her uterus, whether it's whatever it is, ovaries, it's definitely going to take away the dream of him wanting to be a father away. So I think that's what it is. She still hasn't gotten too deep into it like she should, and hopefully Ashley will keep digging and find out what's going on. So we're back at Uptown, and this is Shanice talking to Kat, asking when your dad and I started dating. It's very new, Shanice said. Now, if you're asking when we caught feelings, I must admit it was a while earlier. How much earlier, girl? Kat says. Quite a while after your parents broke up. And listen, I have way too much respect for Nicole to impose in that way. And trust me when I say if she told me today that she had a problem with this shit, That would probably be the end of it on my end at least. Wait, are you saying my mom knows about you too? Ted comes back and he tells Shanice that he's so sorry that he has to do this, but he does have an emergency, so he has to skedaddle. No, no, they need you. Go. They don't need to apologize. And so Kat looked at her like, damn, I like her. I mean, she was like, I like that. Because it was about what he needed to do. And I'm sure she would rather have Shanice than damn crazy ass Leslie. She didn't act jealous. She didn't act needy. She was like, go ahead. No, go and handle your business. No need to apologize, honey. That's Shanice. So Ted was like, okay, Kat, why don't why don't you stay? Order some potato skins. So Shanice was like, yeah, we could get to know each other a little better. I do like skins, Kat says. Okay, let's talk, Shanice. So he gives Kat a little kiss on the cheek, and so Shanice stood up and gave him a hug. He was like, Facts. We're back at the damn country club, and Bill tells Tomas, I think your ass got the wrong impression about your damn promotion. If you think your ass got free reign over my personal life, you are sorely mistaken. I don't. I never overstep. I'm only remembering your brilliant advice. Yes, yes, I am. About what the leadership looks like as I advance in my career. So Bill was like, so this is about you. Whatever you go, I go. My career depends on the possible fallout of whatever is going on between you and Danny. Some reassurance would go a long way. Well, um, not that I need to explain myself, but Danny ain't no fucking threat to my firm nor to your career trajectory, okay? Now we've hashed out everything that led to our divorce, and we're in a much happier place now. Why do you always think I'm on your ass about making smart decisions about Cat? Hmm? I want you to learn from my experience, Bill says. So he looks over at the table and the girls are just he says, look, listen. This second that I laid eyes on Danny, look, I'm telling you, man, I was hooked. And that's how he was with Cat. When he first laid eyes on her, he always talked about how beautiful she was. How beautiful. He always talked about how pretty and beautiful Cat is. He always said that. I don't think he ever said that about Eve. Mm. He's like, you hear me? I mean, she was like the most beautiful woman that I had ever seen. And she gave me the time of day. Yeah, she saw me. Hmm. Yeah, she did. Long before I became the man that I am now. And she made sure that everyone around me saw me too. Everybody around. She put me in the right rooms, introduced me to the right people, built up my career. And how did I repay her ass? By tearing her down to the studs. Damn. At least he's admitting that shit. Still don't want them together. But at least he's admitting it. And Tomas asked the $1 million question. If you don't mind me asking, what changed? Well, she did. Somehow she stopped being the woman that I fell in love with. I mean, Danny was ferocious when she and I first met, a stronghold. Over time, her love for me and maintain the family just started replacing the love for herself. Hmm. She forgave every lie, every insult, every late night meeting. Wow. Wow. She said, God almighty, these words. He said, let me make sure I read this right. Yeah, I think for her, she was just picking her battles, but she let me win every one of them. Damn. Wow. That's a lot to swallow, y'all. Damn. I'm still here. That's a lot to swallow. Let me see what else he's saying, and I'm gonna give my little. Mm. Wow, he says it's painfully ironic. Everything that she did for me is actually what pushed me away. Damn. Damn, y'all. Okay, I just don't want them together, but I get it now. Y'all know be like, Shaw, you be flip flopping. That's why it's not good to just give all of yourself away into a relationship. I did that in my marriage. I did that in my marriage. Because you think that what you're doing, like putting everything into that spouse, into the kids, but you release or you forget who you were when they first met. Of course, you still can't be the same person because you have a new title now. You're a wife, you're a mother. You're not just a girlfriend. So I get that. I get that. I get that. I get that. But just going back over everything that she said, she gave everything up for him. And in actuality, he didn't want her to do that. He wanted her to be who we see now. Who she is now is who he fell in love with, which is why. See, I thought it had a lot to do with Andre, but Andre did help her to become this ferocious, stronghold bitch, that she is now. Not a bad, but a bad dad. And she needed him. Y'all know those people. I got an auntie who used to date this guy a long time ago. She said when she first met him, he was a bad dresser. I mean, like bad, thumbs down bad. Couldn't dress or nothing. She took him under her wing. He was already really a great lover, but he just didn't look good. So she took him, dressed him up, made him look cute and everything. All the women started digging on him, digging on me, digging on you, baby, baby, oh, baby, baby. It's all like that. It's all like that. Ain't got to be in love. It's all like. Everybody started digging on him. And so he started feeling himself. And so, they broke up. So you've seen that happen. Like, we have to change. We have to grow. Because I have a friend who was in a marriage, and not nobody now, but they were in a marriage. It's a male. And he grew, but she didn't. She just stayed in that one area. And they were together for a long time. Like, and he outgrew her. That doesn't mean that they, didn't try to work it out, but there were some things that they still were never on that same level. That's why I do admire, Cynthia telling us in the live yesterday that she and her husband have been together for over 40 years, to be married for 40 years. And she said communication, laughter, date nights, those are all things that you have to do to keep your marriage strong and together. Because eventually you will have that empty nest, but you don't want to lose a part of who you are. I'm sure that there's still a part of scent that's there that her husband can eat up, every bit of it. That's why he fell in love with her. That's why they're still together. And there's parts of her husband that she still, can hold on to because that's what kept you. That's what hooked you. So, well, damn, that just gives me a whole perspective. That when she started changing, he was like, "Well, she's not what I want no more." That's why he found himself, and she made it easy for him to cheat. Damn. It gave me a whole new perspective. Whoever wrote that, thank you, script writer. Whoever wrote that, thank you for helping me understand it. I still don't like it, but I do understand it. On the other side of the club, I mean that shit. You should be climbing him like Everest. That's what Danny is telling Nicole. He's attractive, girl. You've known him for years. Well, see, that is a concern. Sissy, you don't want him to already think that you're a done deal because we're not. Carlton is a lovely man and he knows exactly what he wants. But I am nowhere near that kind of certainty. One of y'all said last week, remember they showed her application? They showed a close up of the file and we saw an application there for Garland Memorial. But one of y'all said that was her application for a heart attack. So she kind of hid it. She was writing down the application for heart attack, but in actuality, she used the application for one of the clients to cover up because the date was like 2024. I'm like, why in the fuck was she writing, filling out paperwork for an application that was dated 2024 when we're in 2026? So I think that whoever you said that you were right, she might have been filling out an application for heart attack, so she can meet up with a new person. Because like I said, I think that she's okay with Carlton, but she's not ready for what he wants. Yeah, that's that, and she's not ready for that. She says, "I'm just in a place where I can." Shit, Danny was like, "Let your freak flag fly, girl." No. Yes, I mean, for the first time in my adult life, I'm figuring out who I am without a man by my side. Been there, Nicole, and it's fun. This is before I met my boo, though. But yeah, yeah, Auntie went through that phase. Auntie did. A lot of y'all who went through breakups, y'all either have done it or y'all had some girls who did it. Like, girl, bitch, you was dressing in turtlenecks. Now everything is low cut, bitch. What's the tea? Maybe Carlton and I need to have a conversation to reset expectations. Absolutely not, Daddy says. Do not ruin this with shrink talk. Y'all know Nicole is back. We want Nikki. We want Nikki. We want Nikki. I mean, did you and Carlton agree to be exclusive? She says, I told Carlton point blank that I wasn't ready for commitment. Good. Then he and Dr. McFly shouldn't expect anything that you're not ready for. No one should expect a woman coming out of a shadow marriage to jump into a long term monogamy. So Nicole was like, your ass did. That's because, honey, I live for the thrill, darling. That daddy is full of shit. Now, come here, girl. Life is full of the unexpected, and that has been proven to us time and time again. Than I would even like to relive. This is what Danny tells her sissy. I want you to promise me something, Danny says. Nicole says, what? Don't let anyone's idea of what's appropriate, including yours, block you from what you need. Bitch! Because everybody will tell you what the fuck they think is appropriate. Even you will tell yourself. But if it's appropriate for you to be out here and being cute and sexy and dating different men, and I've done that, and I had a good time. Sure did. But but you do that because of you. If they want to try to crown you, girl, why? Because I'm doing it. Just let me do me. Yeah. So I had a good time. Shit, I ain't even. Child, please. Danny spoke a mouthful, honey, and it's the truth. And see, Nicole, like I said, is that older sister vibe. You are always expected to do, be the top, this. Your baby sister's watching you. Although baby sister's gonna do whatever they want to do, but you're still expected to act a certain way, have a certain decorum about yourself. But child, let loose, Nikki. And Nicole says, I promise. That's when we see her in that freakum dress. Honey. Everybody got a freakum dress. Any of y'all got a freakum dress? I got one, two. I got two now. And I can wear it with my man. But before that, I was a little bigger. So now I have to shop and be, cute and cute and, cute, cute. And to be honest, I feel that if Nicole is going to go through this freakum phase, let her do it. I think that Kyle would understand it more than Carlton. Carlton is very traditional. I think Kyle, because he is a traveling physician and he's not stuck in one place, I feel like he'll understand it better. I feel like he would. So we're back at Uptown. Shanice was like, girl, I know this is weird, so you can go ahead and ask me any question. But I do have one condition, she tells Kat. Kat says, which is, I have a great deal of respect for your mom, and I wouldn't want anything getting back to Nicole that make her feel uncomfortable. You have my word on that, Kat says. She has been through enough already. I wouldn't even dare cause her any more stress. Great. So, what do you want to know about me? Shani said. So she says, the first question is, what do you have planned for that cuckoo bird? We already know who the cuckoo bird is because we all know that she ain't gonna let Ted just go like that, like that. I assume that you mean Leslie. You know she's obsessed with my pappy, right? She will not take this well, honey. Well, honey, look, if you worked in healthcare as long as I have, girl, nothing surprises you anymore. I've been cursed out, hit, bitten, lied to, honey. Being sick or caring for someone who's sick sometimes bring out the worst. And how do you handle it, Kat says. Shanice was like, honey, by being the woman my mama raised me to be. Strong but kind, patient without being passive, and I don't allow anyone to mistreat those in my care. And I sure as hell don't allow nobody to mistreat my ass either. But if push come to shove, I would show that little case bitch exactly who the fuck she's messing with. I see, I knew that. I like you even more now, Kat says. Shanice was like, that's good to know. Are you sure this isn't strange though? I'm the first woman that your dad's dated since the divorce. And Kat was like, I mean, it's going to take some getting used to, but he certainly as hell done worse. Ooh, the standard was set to the floor, Shanice says. I mean, girl, 6 feet under, Kat says. So they decide to do the potato skins and clink glasses, cheers, and giggle and sip. So, Bill, we're back at the country club, and Bill is on the phone. Yeah. All right, I'll see you when you get here. So, who is this man that's going to come through and meet with Bill? I need to know who this rich man is who's been at Mozambique. So, Bill says John is still on his way. It's going to take him about an hour to get there. So he tells Tomas, "Go ahead. You ain't got to stay here." Are you sure? I don't mind staying. No. Go ahead. I'll have another drink, catch up on some emails. Go. I'm sure Kat is doing something to help celebrate your promotion. Oh, she is. She's waiting for me at Uptown. Oh, come on, man. Get the fuck out of here. Go on. Go. Tell her I said hey. All right? Thanks, Bill. So we hear the girls at the other side of the table talking about planning and, what they got to do. And so Danny was like, bitch, I need to know one thing. Oh my God. Danny, no, you didn't, girl. How did he measure up to Ted? And by measure up, quote unquote, I do mean, Danny, I am not giving you a play by play of my sex life. Mm-mm. Honey, you want me to go first? Because I'll tell you about Dre and Bill. I will gladly go the rest of my days without the image of you and my nephew. Okay? Just listen. This is in no way an indictment on Carlton. Like I said, he is a wonderful man and an even more attentive lover. But Danny was like, damn, but he's not Ted. Girl, Ted and I fit like a glove. Wow, Nicole. Wow. It was a chemistry there that I had never experienced. He knew every look, every breath, without me needing to say a single word. Danny says, girl, that kind of emotional intimacy develops over time. It does, because I mean, you've been with Ted for 20 years. He didn't come out the gate already knowing that when y'all was at the Hawaii conference. That had to take time to learn and build and grow. So Danny was like, well, do you think that you would want that with Carlton? Nicole says, honey, I don't think it's possible. I mean, Carlton, he fits different. I mean, that's no shade on him, but what I want is to explore something inside of me with no bound. Maybe take a page out of the book of my beautiful, daring baby sister. Even though there is a little part of me that's still heartbroken over what I've lost. So Danny says, I know what you mean. So she looks back at Bill and her and Sissy about to skedaddle. Oh, so they sent Ted by. Ted is over at the Duprees. Remember he said he had an emergency? And he's the anesthesiologist person. Well, not anesthesia, but he knows what to do to get them liquids. Thanks for coming by, Ted. Ted says, don't mention it. How nice. How sweet. So this is a combination of fluids to help restore your hydration levels, Anita. Go ahead, Theodore. Theodore. So Ted tells her to think of it as a IV cocktail. She said, well, only if it was a cocktail of champagne and gin, baby. I feel a relief already. She thanks Ted. Sharon was like, next time, bitch, I'm going to make your ass drink a whole gallon of water right there at the center. Oh, that wouldn't be necessary. They give me fluids when they administer the chemo medication, right? Ted says, yeah, fluid loss is a common side effect of chemotherapy. I love this. Ted was like, I have to go, y'all. This is an emergency. Ain't this sweet? This is so sweet, y'all. So he said, some people are more susceptible to it than others. This songbird will be back to it in no time. So Vernon kind of got quiet and just walked and turned his back. And so Anita just tapped Ted over to go talk to him. Go ahead over there. So Ted says, I'm glad that Dr. On called, but so I don't need no damn third party. You can reach out to me at any time. And my kit and I will come running. That's quite honorable, Ted. No one could blame you if you decided to ignore the call after the way we've shut you out. Yeah, because y'all treated him like shit last year. That was so ugly. When they remember they had him all there and they played a game, they was like betting on him or something like that. That was really rude. He says, well, I did make a promise to you to take Nicole's hand in marriage, and I broke it. You are not the blame for protecting your daughter's heart, Ted says. But just know, whatever happens, you and Anita will always be my family. So Vernon says, thank you, Ted. I owe you one. He shook hands. It's good to have a doctor in the family, and that's really great to that he left. I mean, Ted says anything that you need is on the house permanently. So we're back at Ashley's box. We ain't been over here in a while. So her and Naomi are over there. Today's been a heavy episode. It's really been good. The men have been saying some powerful shit today. Um, I guess Naomi's looking at her phone, I guess expecting some answers or the referrals to schedule her something. And so Ashley says, girl, you know what they say, a watched pot never boils. I never heard that before. I thought they said a watched phone never rings. I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, it'll never. We're gonna see what they talking about again. If she don't talk about the fact that she ain't gonna tell Jacob, but we get it now. I think that she wants to make a decision that if it's gonna affect a lot of her female anatomy organs like her uterus or maybe get a mastectomy, that he's going to be against it and see if there's any other alternatives that she can do. But I think that as aggressive as Naomi is with her body, I think that she's going to want to have a voluntary hysterectomy to get rid of her uterus and her ovaries to avoid having at least those type of cancers. That doesn't mean that you don't have it, because I don't have, I have a partial hysterectomy, so I still have my ovaries, so I still have to do pap smears, blah, blah, blah. And I still have to make sure that I don't have ovarian cancer. You still have to check when you have those things still there. But if she snatches those things out, that's at least some of the things that she might not get. She still is susceptible to other forms of cancer, but when it comes to the reproductive one, that's something that she's going to have to decide. I think that might be her reason. I think so. I think. So it's more so about Jacob. She said Jacob has not texted her back yet, and so I guess he's, really locked into this investigation, and Ashley wants to know, did he ever tell her what he's investigating? No, hell no. He should, since that's gonna be your boo who gonna get in trouble. So she feels that if Elon really feels that this case is dangerous, that she's afraid for Jacob. Something's gonna happen to him. It's something definitely gonna happen to Jacob. Um, and so Ashley was like, enough about that shit. It's gonna be about you and laughing until your side hurts. So she gives her a bowl of popcorn and some hot sauce. I haven't tried that yet. I love both. I might have to try that. I might have to try that. I might have to try that. I didn't like that pickle juice shit that Nicole had sprayed on the popcorn for damn Carlton that time. He ate it. He was like, it's popcorn. I don't know about that, girl. But I would like to. I would use Tabasco instead of that, and I would just be real mindful of that because I got some popcorn. Mm, Anybody do that? Anybody spray or sprinkle hot sauce on their popcorn out there? Let me know. So while Naomi was trying to sprinkle the hot sauce in the bottle, I ain't seen nothing coming out. So they're gonna look at some comedy, honey. Maybe they'll watch me. Anyway, we're back at the palace, and so Vernon thanks Sharon for taking Anita to her appointment today. I know Vernon feels really bad for not being there with her today. But in other words, it's been a long day. So it's like him telling her it's time for you to get out of here. She says, of course, honey. And I mean it, Miss Lady. No more fainting. So she's got to leave. She's about to get up and go. No, 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 no. You don't have to leave. Rowena is making a big spread for dinner. Stay. Anita, remember the fatigue you felt the last time you tried to entertain after chemo? Well, that was after my first session and I didn't know what to expect. If I was Sharon, I'd be like, because she's literally right in the middle of them, I'd be like, oh my God. Now I'm rehydrated and I want to hear more of this angelic voice. So she turns around and looks at Vernon, and she turns back and look at Anita. This angelic voice ain't going nowhere, sis. And I will come back and sing to you as much and as often as you can stand, girl. You enjoy dinner. right? I know it'll be delicious. Oh, so Sharon leaves. Did Sharon move from Chicago down to Maryland? How she be over there so much? I thought she was in Chicago. She came to town. Well, Sharon is rich now because she be on tour and shit. Anyway, we're at Uptown. We finally gonna see the infamous scene, and Kat is asking Tomas, how'd it go? Because Tomas is there, me with his boo. He says, I'll find out tomorrow. The guy that we were meeting was running late. So Bill let me off the hook. That doesn't sound right, Kat says. Bill putting someone else's needs in front of his own? Yeah. Oh, he's not so bad. He promoted me after all. Oh, which we will properly celebrate because, baby, I am so proud of you. Oh, thank you. Junior partner is one step closer to the dream. Full partner. Kat says, oh, I've wanted that since I passed the LSAT. I mean, who knows? Maybe one day I'll go head to head with Bill in the courtroom, which probably could happen. I can see Kat doing to him like what Danny did for Bill, buy him a building, get his own practice, and he probably could go head to head with Bill, like sooner rather than later. Oh, you will destroy him, honey. I will be there, cheering you on. Chelsea Cat clutch in hand. Yes, you will, baby. Now, how did it go with your dad? I was hoping to say hello. He didn't stay long, but he had to go back to work. And guess what? Get this. He was on a date. Oh, wow. With who? Shanice, girl. Remember her from the hospital? Sorry, from the hospital. He says, yeah, she'd helped me with my injury. So, turkey tail, y'all know. We ain't heard say that in a long time. Gobble, 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 gobble. He was like, dating. Is that weird for you, boo? At first, she says, but we had a really good conversation after my dad left. Shanice says she's a good person. Oh, that is so great, Kat. She says, but more importantly, honey, she is not the psycho who broke up my parents' marriage. All right, so we get this little vignette of Nicole dressing up, being intentional about her lipstick, her outfit. I love that lip she got. Like it's a lip pencil. I might have to find out what the fuck that is. So she was trying to put on this necklace and it just didn't fit right. And she's like, ugh. So you can hear her unzipping her dress. And yeah, we're gonna see what she look like. In all the years that I have been married, I have never needed you to speak on my behalf. Baby, we are back at the palace, and that is what Anita is telling Vernon, because Sharon has left. Child, this is gonna be uncomfortable to watch, y'all. It's gonna be because we ain't never see them fuss like that, have we? I don't like it. I can decide if I am strong enough to have dinner with a dear friend. Like you was strong enough to sing your ass through chemotherapy. Sharon was singing. I was resting. Not that's any consequence. I'm fine now. You've both promised me that Sharon was equipped to care for you today. What happened? You heard what Ted said. It is completely normal for someone to get dehydrated after a chemo session. I would have noticed if something was off. I would have made sure your ass were stable before stepping your foot outside that damn hospital. I know you ain't blaming my Sharon. If it turns out that I am the only one who can adequately care for you during these appointments, then so be it. I am not leaving your side. You are completely overreacting. I watched your ass collapse before my eyes. I thought you were. I'm so sorry, sweetheart. I'm so sorry that I frightened you. I can't even imagine how that must have felt. I can't lose you, Anita. But you might. Now I know that that's hard to hear, but it's true. I now need you to understand that, okay? And I need you to know that you will be all right if it happens. You have a village of people at your side who will help pull you through, and that gives me great comfort. I don't want to think about you not existing on this earth. Well, shutting out our loved ones is not going to keep me here. What will make this easier for you and for me is bringing them closer, loving them harder, hugging them longer. For whatever time I have left, I need to be surrounded by the people I care about. And Vernon, if you love me as much as I know you do, you have to let me just be powerful. Yeah, he has to. It's like he's angry about this whole, thing, and he's so frustrated that he doesn't have enough money to keep her there. He cannot do anything but just let her be, let her go through the chemo, let her go through the side effects, just let her do it. If she wants to eat a whole fucking meal with her friends and family, then let her do it. She'll tell you when she's tired. You don't have to tell me when I'm tired, love. I will let you know. You know what I'm saying? Just let her be. Let her be her. Please. Oh, we were talking about that yesterday when she started losing her hair. To my insanely hot, fiercely brilliant, and incredibly talented boyfriend, we are back at Orphe G. No, I'm sorry. At Uptown. I said that loud and wrong. At Uptown, baby. And this is Kat. And so mine's clinking, champagne. Congratulations, she said. This promotion is well deserved, she said. They clink. Thank you, mamita. Now tell me, she says, how was it at the office? Did Caroline show up with the cake, with streamers? A word hasn't spread around the office yet. Bill and I haven't talked about anything yet. We just talked about the big picture and what did it look like, but it's not official yet. You don't think that he would renege, do you? He better not. He said I'd be lying if I said that the thought hasn't crossed my mind. I'm an attorney, and we all know that if it's not written and signed, it's not binding. No way, Kat says. You worked your ass off for that firm. All those long nights, missed weekends. You have proven your value, and Bill's rewarding you for it, babe. Yeah, you're right. It's just jitters, I guess. Because he knows the real reason why he got that promotion. It was because he was ready, because he's trying to keep his mouth quiet. Un momento. She says, tell his ass to kick rocks, all right? You did it, babe. You made Junior partner. Chelsea Cat gained 10,000 followers in a week. Girl, I wish, honey. If y'all keep sharing my shit, hopefully I'll be out there at that 10K soon. She says, we deserve these wins. Yes, we do. Then I have to propose a toast. A new toast to the both of us. Your dedication for making your brand the best it can be inspires me every day. Congratulations to you, mamita. Clink, clink again. Yeah. So he just happens to turn around and he was like, is that your mom? Yeah. And bitch, that damn, damn. She had on the dress that we saw, and that damn Danny came right back at the fucking she left when Nicole came back, baby, at the country club with her low cut shit, knowing that she gonna run into Bill. Danny's full of shit. So meets him in the lobby. He was like, Danny, I have to know the secret. She's like, the secret to how that dress could look as amazing tonight as it did when I first got it for you. So she's intentional with everything she's putting on. I see you, Danny. You, Danny. It's one of the few pieces that I kept from my Bill era. I wonder is the dress that Nicole had on, was that from Ted? He says, well, smart decision. And he says, I remember the first time you tried that shit on. So we go back to the young Bill and the young Danny. I like when they do these little memory faded scenes. So she takes the dress out the box. He was like, I can't wait to put this on. He said, I cannot wait to take it off. She said, oh no, honey. When we go out, honey, I'm gonna have this on. That way you can spend dinner thinking about undressing me. And maybe dessert too. He's like, woman, you do love torturing me, don't you? So he likes that little cat and mouse shit. I promise you that I'm worth it, she says. He says, I know you are. And then we come back to present day. He says, all these years, and you still like to torture me. I see. And she's like, well, what the fuck are you going on about? He was like, come on, Daddy, come on. You know your ass went home and put that dress on for my sake. I'm so damn discombobulated. I almost hit my actual phone to press pause because this scene is so good. It's so good. He was like, you know what I'm saying? You know the way it hugs your frame and accentuate those legs. She was looking at him like, He was like, what? You wanted to get a reaction out of me? See how big bad Bill would handle it. Man, if Andre comes through there, that'd be real. Like his face would be so molded. And that was the end of episode number 16 of Beyond the Gates, which was a really great episode, except for the Naomi part. I'm getting it now, and I finally understand why Bill. It has nothing to do with Andre. It's about her and her being that woman that he fell in love with, and being strong, not weak, and giving everything up for the family, which a lot of women do. But he liked that part of her. But she had to do that to be a mom, to be a wife and supportive. He wouldn't have what he had if it wasn't for her. But it sounds like to me he tested her a lot, and she let him win too many battles. And so it was easy for him. Don't make it easy for him, Danny. Please. Don't do that, girl. He not he that whole embarrassment thing gave him a hard on because he wanted her to fight for him. All of that taking a glove to the damn golf club to his desk, slapping the shit out of Haley, cussing him out, begging him to come back. I think he had already turned off from her, but I think if she begged him long enough and actually found out what he wanted, she changed. But I don't think he wanted her to change for him. He liked her the way she was when she first met him. So I get it, I guess. Shit. All right, let me go ahead and get this mashed together and upload it, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.